I believe Jimmy Butler was never supposed to age like a normal star. He wasn't built for speed. He wasn't built for finesse. He was built on force, will, and fear. And yet, like most NBA fans, watching this season, something is impossible to ignore. Jimmy Butler didn't just lose a step, he lost impact. Not just with Golden State. This started before he even left Miami. The problem with Jimmy Butler's final season in Miami wasn't effort, it was erosion. The burst was still there, the moments still flashed, but they were shorter, rare, and harder to summon. Games that used to bend to Jimmy's presence started moving without him. The resolution was subtle, but damning. Miami wasn't losing because of Jimmy. They were losing because they could no longer wait for him to arrive. We told ourselves the same story we always did. It's just the regular season. He'll flip the switch. But the problem is the switch stopped working. Defenses didn't panic anymore. They walled the paint. They dared him to shoot. They trusted time to win the possession. Playoff Jimmy wasn't gone. He just required conditions that no longer existed. When Jimmy Butler arrived in Golden State, it looked perfect at first. The edge, the toughness, the early impact felt real. For a brief stretch, he mattered again. But the problem is adrenaline fades. And once the Warriors systems damned flow instead of force, Jimmy's influence stalled. He didn't fail the system. The system exposed what was already slipping. Golden State thrives on movement, spacing, and quick decisions. Jimmy thrives on contact, patience, and leverage. The problem is when defenders stop fearing your drive, your patience becomes hesitation. Your leverage becomes predictability. Jimmy didn't stop competing. The league stopped reacting. Jimmy built his career by absorbing punishment, driving into bodies, guarding bigger players, living in discomfort. The problem is that style doesn't age, it accumulates. Once the physical edge dulls, the entire game collapses at once, not slowly, all at the same time. And here's the truth no one wants to say out loud. Jimmy Butler's fall didn't happen in Golden State. It happened the moment his game stopped creating urgency in defenders. Because Jimmy's greatness was never about skill, it was about fear. And once fear lives, toughness alone isn't enough. I believe Jimmy Butler's career still deserves respect. Not for rings, not for longevity, but for showing us how far edge, belief, and defiance can carry a player. And also for teaching the hardest lesson in basketball. No matter how you win, the league eventually collects. And when it does, the fall is sudden. So I'd like to thank each and everyone for tuning in to the Hoop Nostalgia. Leave a comment, like, or subscribe if you enjoyed the video. And even if you didn't, man, thank you for tuning in anyway.